Hi, everyone, and a pleasant good afternoon to you. I am Tony Abatey, and we are here at Lions Field this afternoon as the Fort Scott Greyhounds get ready to take on the Allen Red Devils today. We are proud to bring you the broadcast here on Duckbait TV this afternoon. We'll have both games for you today. First game should be the 7-inning game, and then game 2 will be 9 innings here from Lions Field. And looks like it's going to be a gorgeous day. A bit windy, so you'll probably hear that on the microphone throughout the afternoon. But excited to be here at Fort Scott Community College and bringing you some Greyhound baseball here today. Fort Scott comes in at 30-7 overall, 10-4 in the league. Allen not quite as good on the record, so far this year, as they are 17-20 overall. See that on your scoreboard there, 5-13 in the league. But looking, you never know. That's why they play the games, right? So Fort Scott looking to get a good start here today from Gavin Shear, and hopefully he can have a good game here today against the Allen Red Devils in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Allen will lead off with right fielder Kyle Cluino, and then left fielder Garrett Rush. Bats second. Hitting third will be second baseman Cale Clark. And if anybody gets on, it'll be Armando Navarro hitting in the cleanup spot today in Game 1 of this doubleheader. The Greyhounds in their home whites with the pinstripes. Allen, gray pants, black jerseys, red tops, or red caps. At least red batting helmets anyway. And we're just about ready to get things underway here today. Thanks again for joining us on Duckbait TV. First pitch from Gavin Shearer is a little bit low and away for ball 1. And now he hits the first batter. That'll put a runner on first with nobody out here in the top of the first. And that'll bring Garrett Rush to the plate. First pitch to Rush. Rush is in there for a strike. One looked like a breaking ball that just did miss inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Shearer ready. Here's the pitch. Just off the inside corner again, 2-1. There's a strike, so that'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. On the batter, Garrett Rush. He's in left field today for the Allen Red Devils. Throw back to first, not in time. And a swing and a miss on the 2-2 pitch. So the first strikeout of the game results in the first out of the afternoon. And that'll bring Cale Clark to the plate. With 1 out and 1 on. Left-handed batter facing the right-handed pitcher. That one catches the outside corner, 0-1. Gavin has the sign, now throws back to first, and the runner is back safely. Again, Kyle Cluino was hit by a pitch to lead the game off, so he's at first base for the Allen Red Devils. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is a little high, so that'll even the count. Pitch on the way, that's fouled off. Another good count for Gavin Shearer, the Greyhound pitcher. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch, tried to get him fishing for one there, but didn't work. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another throw back to first. Here's the 2-2. That one's hammered into left field. It'll be a base hit. And runners will be on first and second now for Allen. They play station to station with 1 out here in the first inning. Armando Navarro will step in now. That one's grounded. Oh, nice pick at third. Oh, I thought he got it. It's going to get right by the third baseman and into left field for another base hit. So bases will be loaded. Sun playing tricks on me here at Lions Park here in the early going. So bases loaded now for Allen in the top of the first inning, and it will send the catcher, Mies Robers, to the plate. Still 1 out. Opportunity for a double play to get out of the inning even for Fort Scott. First pitch is low. Now the 1-0 pitch. That one's just off the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh, it did catch the outside corner. Got to wait on the umpire there. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. That one's a little bit low. 2-1 now. Excuse me, it is 3-0. I didn't think I saw him point. They've got 2-1 on the scoreboard, but it's 3-0. .30 pitch. That one's in there for a strike. So 3 balls and 1 strike now. Swung through and missed. So now the count is full. So great job by Shear to come back after getting down 3-0 in the count. Now 1 pitch away from getting this batter out, and it's a called third strike. Just caught the inside corner. Robers didn't like it, but it is a called third strike and the second strikeout of the inning. So that'll bring Colin Godfrey to the plate. He's the DH today for the Red Devils. Bases still loaded, but now 2 outs here in the top of the first. First pitch is a little bit low. Nice job by Greyhound catcher Ty Gillespie getting down to get that ball. 1-0 pitch on the way. That one's a little bit high, so 2-0. Pitch. This is grounded right side. Going to be a tough play. They'll get it over to first. Nice job by the second baseman there for Fort Scott, Tristan Shingamatsu. And my apologies if I mispronounced that name. I should have checked that with Coach beforehand. But nice play by Fort Scott defensively. So Allen loads the bases there in the top of the first, but get nothing out of it. So Fort Scott able to get through that one with nothing on the scoreboard. So we'll take just a short break, come back with the bottom of the second. We've got Allen nothing and Fort Scott coming up. So your lineup for the Fort Scott Greyhounds, they'll lead off with Mike Polubinski. He's in right field today. Luke Stout is the third baseman, batting second. Hitting third will be Jarrett Nelson. He's at first base. Cleaning things up is catcher Ty Gillespie. And then Joey Little bats fifth as the first pitch at the bottom of the first comes, and it's fouled off right side by Polubinski. Hitting in the sixth spot will be Cord Dobrinsky. He's the DH today for Fort Scott. Aiden Slott bats seventh and is in center field. Tristan Shigematsu made the great play to his left to end the top of the first. He's at second base today, hitting in the 8-hole for Fort Scott. That one swung through and missed by Polubinski. It's 0-2. Owen Rush rounds out the order with Gavin Shear on the mound. Of course, Rush is at shortstop today for the Greyhounds. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just off the inside corner. Looked like Polubinski maybe thought that was going to be a breaking ball, but didn't break quite enough. He was leaning out over the plate and nearly took that off the off the elbow guard. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Sweeps through the strike zone and out of the strike zone. 1-2, or 2-2 rather. 2-2 pitch on the way. That one is high, so that'll fill the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch on the way. That one is a called third strike. Polubinski didn't like it, but that's the call. Just did catch the outside corner. Now 1 out with the bases still empty. And it's Luke Stout, the third baseman, stepping in. First pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Polubinski, 6'4" freshman from Plainfield, Illinois. Stout, who grounds to second here, and that's fairly routine play. That'll be out number 2 here in the inning, but Stout is a 6'1" sophomore from Midwest City, Oklahoma. And now with 2 outs, it'll be Jarrett Nelson, the first baseman. Nelson, a 6'4" sophomore from Nixa, Missouri, not too far from Fort Scott. Takes a called strike on the first pitch, 0-1. This one's fouled off right side. So 0-2 to the count on the Greyhounds' first baseman. Bottom of the first here at Lions Field. Thanks for joining us on Duckbait TV today. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This one's flied out towards right field, and it will get out of play foul down the right field line. Fairly nice day temperature-wise today. We've got 67 right now here at Lions Field. It is pretty breezy, wind out of the south. The American flag in the just beyond the right field wall is pretty much straight out, has been since first pitch. That noise you hear through the microphone is the wind here today. That's how windy it is here at field level. And now hit by pitch. Breaking ball that didn't break there for the Red Devil pitcher. And Jarrett Nelson will be the first Greyhound base runner of the afternoon. Bottom of the first, 2 outs. Runner on first now for Ty Gillespie, the cleanup hitter and catcher today for the Greyhounds. I know I was going to do that a few times, so apologize. We're not with the high school team today. It's the JUCO, of course, the Greyhounds. It's the Allen Red Devils. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Ty, a 6-foot freshman from Morgantown, West Virginia. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. This one's fouled to the right side. 0-2 the count. Morgantown, of course, the home of West Virginia, the West Virginia Mountaineers. Still kind of odd to say that a team from West Virginia is in the Big 12, but it's been the case for many years now. Here's a line drive right to the second baseman, and it's going to be out number 3. So a tough luck there for the Greyhounds in the the bottom of the first, rather. But we'll get through the first and head to the second in just a moment. We're still scoreless here at Lions Field. This is Greyhound baseball on Duckbait TV. Leading off the top of the second for Allen and taking a first pitch strike is Parker Martin. And now it's 1-1 as the second pitch is a little bit low. One is outside. A little bit low there, so 3 balls and 1 strike now. And a 5-pitch walk to Martin to lead off the inning. That brings Logan Martin to the plate. First pitch a little bit low. Martin, a third baseman today for Allen, and he takes a strike there, so that'll be 1 ball and 1 strike now to the batter. Ground ball foul, so that'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes now. The count on Martin. Ground ball, left side, a slow roller, picked by the shortstop over to the first. Long throw is not in time. Great effort by Owen Rush, but the ball just not quite hit fast enough. And in fact, kind of an odd thing with the new turf field here, relatively new turf field. Seems like the new kind of turf here, the field turf, slows the grounders down. I know a lot of folks used to talk about at Kauffman Stadium when they had the old school turf, it would speed the ball up. It seems like, especially in baseball, grounders get slowed down a little bit more with this new field turf that everybody's putting in now. 2-0 the count on the batter, Colton Ayers. So tough luck there for the Greyhounds. And now it's 3-0 on the batter, Ayers. Gavin's got to settle down here a little bit on the mound. The pitch. That one catches the zone, 3-1. Ayers, the number 9 batter, he may be waiting for another strike to go in there. Checks the runners, the 3-1. He swings on that one, and that's going to be a bloop base hit down in front of the left fielder. Rounding third, coming to home, and will score. The first run is Parker Martin. That one just off the end of the bat into left field and into the teeth of that wind, so it got cut down. Even didn't have a lot of exit velocity or whatever they call it now to begin with, and it got cut down by that wind that's blowing in from left field. So Allen will get the first run of the ball game here. Still nobody out, still runners on first and second. As the lineup card turns over, Kyle Cluino will come in. He is still looking for his first official at bat. He was hit by a pitch his first time. Stranded at third in the first inning. Time call to get the scoreboard in check here. 1 ball and 1 strike. And swing and miss. Looked like Colwino was looking for something else and was fooled a little bit on that pitch from Gavin. One, 2 on the way. Fouled off right side. Nobody out, 2 runners on. 1-2 pitch. Nice breaking ball that went right over the middle of the plate. And a strikeout to get the first out of the inning. Now Garrett Rush will come back to the plate. First pitch to Russ is in there for a strike. Pitch was low, it was swung on and missed. Looked like Rush was trying to do something to get the runners to move in there. Maybe he was fooled just a little bit on what he saw there, but either way, it's 0-2 the count now on him. Gavin has the sign, checks the runners, the pitch, and this one's fouled off left side. It'll stay 0-2. Gavin in the first 2 innings so far has gotten himself into some trouble out on the bases, but first inning, he had the bases loaded with 1 out, was able to get a strikeout and a ground out to end the inning without any runs scored. Now the ball is going to bounce up and get away from the catcher enough to where the runners will move up 90 feet. So Martin up to third. Ayers up to second. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. swing and a miss, and another strikeout for Gavin Shearer. And now time called. Coach Hill will go out and have a chat with his pitcher. And he'll make a pitching change here. Zach Nelson is the new pitcher for the Greyhounds, a 5'10 sophomore, left-hander from Houston, Texas. So the lefty comes in to face the left-handed batter, Cale Clark here, who singled to left field his first time. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. Pitch, a little bit high. That'll even the count. Grounder foul. Past first. Count stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch, a little bit low. Got away from the catcher Gillespie, but he's able to pounce on it quickly enough. The runners stay where they're at. Runners on second and third. 2 outs. Top of the second inning, it's 1-0 Allen. Pitch is low, so that'll fill the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch, just off the outside corner, and that'll walk Clark. And load the bases now for Armando Navarro, who singled his first time. Still 2 outs for the Greyhounds here in the frame. The pitch is low and inside, so 1 ball and no strikes. And that one grounded foul at the plate. So it evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike on Navarro. First baseman today for the Allen Red Devils. Here in game 1 of this doubleheader. Of course, they'll play 7 innings here in the first game unless they go extra innings in the first game. 9 innings in the second game. Unless they've played that many in the first game, then they'll play the 7-inning game second. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on the batter. I'm sure many of you know the inning rules on that. Here's a ball lined out towards center field. It's going to drop right in front of the center fielder. 1 run is in. Here comes the second run. Then he will score. And so 2 more across the plate for the Red Devils. And that makes it 3-0 here. Allen Community College in the second. Foul ball on the first pitch to Mies Robers. And now 1-1. Nelson ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's fouled off left side. Fort Scott, I don't think I went through the outfield earlier. Joey Little's in left. Aiden Slott is in center. Mike Polubinski is in right. This one's fouled off right side. Now to play. Around the infield, first to third, Jarrett Nelson is at first. Tristan Shigematsu is at second. Owen Rush is at short. Luke Stout is at third. Of course, Zach Nelson now on the mound for the Greyhounds with Ty Gillespie behind the plate. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and 2 on here in the top of the second inning. 3 runs already have crossed the plate for the Red Devils. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up, into center field. Camping out underneath it and making the catch is Slott, and that will retire the Allen Red Devils here in the second inning. But they do plate 3, and they lead it 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the second in just a few moments. This is Greyhound Baseball on Duckbait TV. So as we head to the bottom of the second inning, Joey Little will lead things off for the Greyhounds. Trying to get some runs back here after Allen put a 3-spot in the top of the inning. First pitch to Little is just off the outside corner. Two balls and no strikes now. Now ball hit out towards right field. It's going back deep, 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 and gone. Ring the bell, Joey Little. It's a dinger for the Greyhounds. They get a run back. First pitch to Cord Dobrinsky is out towards center field. Coming in and making the catch, having to fight the wind, is Colton Ayers, but he does make the catch, and that's out number 1. So now Aiden Slott will step up. First pitch there is fouled off. Pitch on the way, looked like a breaking ball just outside. 2 balls and 1 strike on the center fielder Aiden Slott. This one's fouled back and out of play, so the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Slott, a 5'10" sophomore out of Willis, Texas. This one's fouled off left side. Pudens is ready. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one's outside, so it'll fill the count. Good eye there from Slott. Now the 3-2 pitch on the way. Grounded left side. That's going to get through for a base hit. So great job by Slott to work the count and then get the base hit. So runner on first now. 1 run already in. 1 out here in the bottom of the second for the Greyhounds. So Maka Shikamatsu steps up. First pitch to him is on the outside corner, 0-1. Runner on first, bottom of the second. Fort Scott trails at 3-1, but they've already scored once here in the inning. 0-1 pitch. This one's fouled off left side and will get out of play behind the Allen dugout. Shigematsu, a 5'10 sophomore from Ely, Hawaii. He's a long way from home here in Fort Scott. Here's the ball fouled off left side. That's going to get out of play. Just out of the reach of the third baseman, Logan Martin, for Allen. Everybody ready? Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hammered down the right field line, and it's going to be foul and out of play towards the Greyhound bullpen. Oh-2 pitch on the way. That one's high and outside. And we'll make it 1-2. Hawaii's got a list of good baseball players, though. Shane Victorino, the All-Star and World Series champion for the Philadelphia Phillies, came from Hawaii. There's a line drive right to the bag at first base, and a tough luck double play to end the inning as that was hit right to Armando Navarro. He was holding the runner on and just turned right around and slapped the bag and gets the double play there to end the inning. But the Hounds do get a run here in the bottom of the second. We'll head to the third in just a moment. This is Fort Scott Greyhound Baseball on Duckbait TV. So as we head to the third inning, it is going to be Colin Godfrey leading things off for the Red Devils. He grounded out to end the first, his first time up. That was against the starter, Gavin Shear. We'll see what he does against Zach Nelson now, who came in to get the last out of the second inning. This one's fouled back and out of play. Grounder up the middle, and it's going to be safe. It's a base hit. Tough play there for Rush, the shortstop. So a leadoff man on for the third straight inning here for Allen. They had a hit by pitch to lead the game off in the first, and then a walk. Actually, a walk and two singles. The first three batters in the second inning, now an infield single. To lead off the third, and first pitch is outside to Parker Martin. 1-0 pitch. That's high. Top of the third, nobody out. Runner on second. Batter shortening the bunt and takes a pitch just a bit low. 3 balls and no strikes. Batter Martin shortening the bunt again. Will take the bat back and takes ball 4. That'll bring Logan Martin to the plate, the third baseman for the Red Devils. He singled. One of those slow rollers in the second inning. Here's a bunt right out in front of the mound. Nice play by the Greyhounds to get 1 out. On the sac bunt. So runners move up to second and third now. Colton Ayers, the number 9 hitter, will come to the plate. Here's the pitch. A little bit low. It's away from the catcher and got a little bit too far away, and everybody's going to advance. So they called the runner out initially, but the ball had gotten away from the Greyhounds there. So Godfrey is safe. And another run scores. Also, Parker Martin will advance to third. Tough start to this one here for the Greyhounds. Bunted foul. Count evens at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the third inning. Allen with the lead 4-1 over the Greyhounds. Here's the pitch. That one's a little high. 2 balls and 1 strike. High and tight there. 3 balls and 1 strike now. On the batter, Ayers, who singled his first time, got an RBI single back in the second inning. That's a strike, so 3 balls and 2 strikes now. From the pitcher, Zach Nelson. 3-2 pitch on the way, grounded right to first base. A worm burner, but a pick. Nice job. A run will score, but they do get the out. So nice job by Jarrett Nelson to stay down on that ball. It looked like he was expecting a hop. You would naturally expect the hop there at the end, but it didn't. It stayed on the ground. He stayed down, made the play, and gets the out at first. A runner does score from third, Parker Martin, so that makes it 5-1 Allen, but there are 2 outs and nobody on now. The lineup turns back over. Foul ball left side. And Kyle Cluino is at the plate. He's been hit by a pitch and struck out looking in his 2 plate appearances so far today. No balls. It should be 0-2 on the batter. They've got 0-1 on the scoreboard. Here's the pitch. Off the outside corner, and it is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two runs already in here in the top of the 3rd inning. 3 runs crossed the plate for Allen in the 2nd. They lead it 5-1 over the Greyhounds. Pitch outside. Well, even the count. Looked like Zach a little bit frustrated with himself. Maybe tried a breaking pitch that didn't quite catch the outside corner. 2-2. Had some movement on it, but it moved outside. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Looked like maybe a 2-seam fastball that time. Looked like he threw it again and missed just barely again. So a walk here to the leadoff batter will bring Garrett Rush back to the plate. He struck out twice already today. This will be his first at bat against Zach, though. He struck out twice against Gavin early. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Pitch is outside. Throw it down to second. Throw beat him, and the tag did as well. So Fort Scott will get out of the inning with no more damage, but 2 runs do cross the plate for the Red Devils. They lead it now 5-1. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd in just a moment. This is Fort Scott Greyhound Baseball on Duckbait TV. So leading off the 3rd inning for the Greyhounds, it'll be Owen Rush, his first at bat of the afternoon. After that, it'll be back to the top of the order with Mike Polubinski. First pitch in this at bat is outside. Ball 1. Owen, a 6-foot sophomore from Wichita, Kansas. 2-0 the count now on him at the plate. Wichita's got its own baseball history. Here's the 2-0. It's in there for a strike. For many years, the Wichita Wranglers were the AA affiliate of the Kansas City Royals, but Wichita State had a dynasty back in the 80s and early 90s. This pitch is fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Won a national title, went to the College World Series a few times. Two-two pitch on the way. Hammered into center field. That's going to be down for a base hit. So Rush gets a leadoff single here to start the 3rd. That brings Polubinski back to the plate. Mike struck out looking his first attempt. The bottom of the 1st. This one is going to Ground it towards the left side. They'll try to get the force at second, and they do. It was hit in that 5.5 hole in between short and third. Shortstop Parker Martin got over, slid, made a nice play. Now Luke Stout will step up. First pitch to him is lined to short. They get the out there. They tried to get a double off at first and doesn't work. Nice eyes by Rush to get back on that one. So now Jarrett Nelson will step in. Two outs. And a runner on first. First pitch is high and outside. One 0 pitch on the way. This one's grounded foul as well. So for the first time, 1 ball, 1 strike. On Jarrett Nelson. Nelson was hit by a pitch his first time, was the first base runner for the Greyhounds, but was stranded at first by the end of the first inning. One pitch misses as well. 2 balls and a strike on first baseman, wearing number 17 this afternoon for the Greyhounds. Two 2-1 pitch on the way. That one's a called third strike, or called second strike. Umpire just getting his work in there. He rung him up, but on the second strike. That happens from time to time. See enough baseball, you tend to forget the count every now and then. That pitch is outside, so 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count. 2 outs. Bottom of the third, runner on first for the Greyhounds, trailing 5-1. Nelson waits. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Off the inside corner, it's a walk. Polubinski will move on down to second. And now Ty Gillespie will step in with 2 outs and runners on first and second. Ty lined out to second base his first time. See what he can do here. First pitch to him. This one's hammered to right field. That's going to go back. It is gone! Ring the bell, Ty Gillespie. A 3-run shot. That'll cut the lead to 1. Home runs are great, especially when there's runners on base. That was the case there for the Greyhounds. It's now 5-4. And Joey Little steps in. He got hit by a pitch. So now Cord Dobrinsky will step in. He's the DH today for the Hounds. First pitch to him is fouled out of play. He flew out to center field his first time, back in the second. 1-1. Peyton Pudens, who's done a really nice job on the hill today for Allen. Struggling a little bit after giving up that home run to Goluski. 1-1 pitch on the way, and this one swung through and missed. Maybe even foul tipped it. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch on the way. That one's a little bit high, so that'll even the count. And again, all of this coming with 2 outs. Most of it coming with 2 outs here in the inning for the Greyhounds. 2-2 pitch. That's high again to fill the count. Owen Rush singled to lead off the inning, but then Mike Polubinski grounded into a fielder's choice, so he reached, but they got Rush out at second. And then Luke Stout lined out. Then a walk, a 3-run homer by Goluski. So ground ball foul. And then Little was just hit by a pitch. To continue the inning, to Dobrinsky. Pudens ready. Here's the 3-2 once again, and it's fouled back and out of play. Of course, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner will be going, as he was there. Oh, well-placed hit in the gap could tie this game. Three-two. It's low. So walk of Dobrinsky. And that'll bring Aiden Slott back to the plate. And now time's called here for Allen as their coach will head out, have a chat with their pitcher. The wind is blowing from left to right here at the ballpark today, out of the south, and it may have helped those 2 home runs. They were both to right field. The American flag in right field makes it at least appear that the wind is coming straight out of left field towards the Greyhound dugout, so I don't know how much the wind helped those home runs. Yeah, the conference flags in left field are blowing a little bit more from the southeast, so wind may have helped those home runs a little bit, but they were poked too. First pitch here is a called strike to Slott. He singled and then was doubled off first to end the second inning. Tough luck line drive as Shigematsu hit one right at the first baseman who was holding Slott on at first and just turned right around and tapped the base for the double play. This one's hit into right field, and it's going to be caught by the right fielder. So that'll end the inning, but Fort Scott does get 3 more runs, and they cut this lead to 1. It's 5-4. We'll head to the 4th in just a moment. This is Fort Scott Baseball, Fort Scott Greyhound Baseball on Duckbait TV. So as we head to the top of the 4th inning, it'll be 2, 3, and 4. Garrett Rush was standing at the plate when Kyle Cluino was caught stealing to end the 3rd. Here's a ball fouled right side. Now the 0-1 pitch on the way. This one's fouled off left side. .2 pitch on the way. This is hammered right towards the shortstop, but Owen Rush didn't really have to do a whole lot to make that catch, and it's out number 1. Cale Clark will step in now. Clark so far 1 for 1 officially. He singled back in the 1st. He's also walked in this game. First pitch from Nelson is in there for a strike. 0-1. This is hit out towards left center. It's going to get down for a base hit. How far will it scoot? It'll scoot all the way to the wall. Rounding first, heading for second. We'll see if he goes for 3. He's going to stop at second. So a double for Clark. One ball and no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch is swung through and missed. This is Armando Navarro at the plate. He's got 2 singles already today. So he is 2 for 2. One pitch is in there for a strike. One-two is swung on and missed. So a strikeout. Zach Nelson. And now there are 2 outs in the inning. First pitch to Red Devil catcher is outside, 1-0. Robers is 0 for 2 so far today. He struck out looking his first time. He's also flied out to center field. Pitch on the way. That's high and outside. And a 4-pitch walk. We'll put runners on first and second now for the Red Devils. Still 2 outs. The Hounds can get out of this with no damage. Get the batter here. This is Colin Godfrey. This one's fouled off left side, not a play. Godfrey is the DH. He's 1 for 2 today. Singled and scored in the third. He's also grounded out to second base. That ended the first inning. 0-1 pitch. Ooh, high and over the catcher's glove, back to the backstop. So the runners will move up on the wild pitch. One pitch is high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, the Greyhounds still in a good position here. Zach Nelson just focused on the batter. And they can get out of the inning here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That one's high again, so 3 balls and 1 strike. Nelson came in relief of the starter Shear in the second inning. And he's pitched well. That one's in there for a strike, so that'll fill the count 3-2. Zach gave up 2 runs in the third, but his team got him back with 3 in the bottom of the inning. And now a walk, that'll load the bases. Pitch was low and away. Tried to get Godfrey fishing a little bit, but didn't work. And it looks like we're going to have another pitching change for the Greyhounds. pitcher for the Greyhounds will be Wyatt Foley. Wyatt, 6'1" sophomore from Girard, Kansas. In 8 appearances so far, he's thrown 10 and 2/3 innings. First pitch here is a little bit high, ball 1. He's given up 12 runs on 17 hits. He's walked 7, struck out 9, and has an ERA of 10.13. It's fouled off. Greyhound sophomore coming in with 2 outs. Runners on second and third. 1-0 pitch. This one's fouled out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bases loaded, top of the 4th inning. Fort Scott trying to get through this one. Here's a ground ball out towards second base. Nice pick over there by Shigematsu, and he gets the ball over to first, and that's in time for out number 3. So Allen loads the bases. Greyhounds had to change pitchers again, but Fort Scott gets through it without anything crossing the plate. So still 5-4. Red Devils on top. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th in just a moment. This is Fort Scott Greyhound Baseball on Duckbait TV. So Shigematsu will lead off the inning for the Greyhounds. First pitch is roped out towards center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. So now that'll bring Owen Rush to the plate. He's the shortstop for the Greyhounds today. He's had just 1 at bat so far today. He's singled. Back in the 3rd. Pitch catches the outside corner, 0-1. That'll get through the right side for another base hit. Shigematsu had to hold up, so he will only get to second, but runners on first and second now. With nobody out for the top of the order. Mike Polubinski will step in. Polubinski is 0 for 2 officially, struck out and reached on a fielder's choice. But he did score on the 3-run homer by Goluski in the last inning. First pitch here is taken high. Long look by the pitcher Pudens. Now it's shortened to bunt, and that's a good bunt up the first base line. Throw will get the runner, or the batter, but runners move up to second and third on the play with less than 2 outs. So Luke Stout will step in. One out, runners on second and third. First pitch to him here is in there for a strike. Stout 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out and lined out. But a golden opportunity here for the Greyhounds. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off left side. Will it stay in play? Running over there to have a look is the third baseman, Logan Martin, but it does get out of play. So just the second strike, nothing in 2. Oh, 2 on the way. This was fouled right back to us here. Count will remain 0-2. Grounded. Just foul past third. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. That's high. Ball 1. One, 2. This is grounded foul. It's up in the Greyhound dugout over there. One-two pitch. Outside. Good eye. Looked like there was some late movement on that one as well. Nice job to hold up for Luke Stout. A lot of left-handed batters in the lineup today against the right-hander Pudens. This one's hit foul, but will stay in play for Logan Martin, and a foul out, and a tough second out for the Greyhounds here in the 4th. So now Jarrett Nelson will get his opportunity. First pitch to him here. This is hit high but foul and out of play down the right field line. Long, loud strike there. for Nelson, who is still looking for his first official at bat here today. He's had 2 plate appearances. He was hit his first time back in the first inning. He's also walked in this game. That was in the third. Here's the pitch. That one's a strike, so 0-2. Runners on second and third. Fort Scott had the first 2 runners reach in this inning. A pair of singles. Runners on first and second with nobody out. A sacrifice bunt by Polubinski moved them to second and third with 1 out. But now a foul out and now an 0-2 count. Now it's 1-2 as that pitch was high. Luke Stout fouled out to third, and now Jared Nelson down in the count 1-2. Here's the pitch. This one's fouled off right side, not a play. Again, we'll have two games here today for the Greyhounds. This first one will be 7 innings unless it goes extras. And then game 2 would be 9. That one gets away from the catcher. This should score a run. Coming down from third and tying the game is Shigematsu. Russell will move up to third on the wild pitch, and the Greyhounds have it tied at 5-all. This one's fouled back, out of play. Foul tip that was caught by the catcher, so that'll be a strikeout to end the inning. Fort Scott, though, does get 1 run and ties the game here in the bottom of the 4th. Take a short break and head to the 5th. When you come back, this is Fort Scott Greyhound Baseball on Duckbait TV. So leading off the top of the 5th inning for the Allen Red Devils, it's Logan Martin. Then Colton Ayers. And then back to the top of the order with Kyle Cluino. Logan Martin so far is 0 for 1. Excuse me, 1 for 1. He singled back in the second, singled and scored a run. He also was out on a sacrifice bunt in the third. He's got it 3-1 count facing him here. With Wyatt Foley still on the mound for the Greyhounds. That one fouled back to the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This one's hit towards the right side. Coming in is the right fielder. And Polubinski will make the play, and that's out number 1. So that'll bring Colton Ayers back to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Swings through the first pitch here, strike 1. Singleton scored in the 3-run second inning for the Red Devils. Grounded out to first his second time back in the 3rd inning. 0-1 pitch on the way. This one's fouled back to the screen. 0-2. Two pitch is a little low. Now the 1-2 pitch on the way. Just off the outside corner, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nice mix on the roster for the Greyhounds. Of course, we mentioned Foley from Girard just down the road. This one's hit out towards right field. Coming in is Polubinski once again. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 2. A couple of former Fort Scott Tigers on the roster as well, but then you've got guys like Maka Shigematsu from Hawaii. Ty Gillespie from Morgantown, West Virginia. So, nice group of guys on this Greyhound ball club this season. And they've had a great season so far. Hopefully they can keep it going. 0-1 the count. On the batter, Cluino. Now swung through and missed. So 0-2. The day didn't start great for the Greyhounds. Red Devils scored 3 in this second. There's a called 3rd strike, and that'll finish the inning. We'll finish that thought in just a moment. But a great 5th. That is the first 1-2-3 inning thrown by a Fort Scott pitcher here this afternoon. And that'll take us to the bottom of the 5th in just a few moments. We're tied at 5. This is Fort Scott Greyhound Baseball on Duckbait TV. So a new pitcher for the Allen Red Devils here as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll tell you about him in just a moment. As Fort Scott will lead off the bottom of the 5th with Ty Goleski, who just had a home run, 3-run homer his last time up back in the 3rd. And now 0-2 the count. Seth Broadwell is the new pitcher for Allen. Another right-hander, and that pitch is low. 1-0 the count. Excuse me, 1-2 the count on the batter. Goleski, again, he's 1 for 2 with that 3-run homer. It's a big turning point in this game so far for the Greyhounds back in the 3rd. And that got the Greyhound catcher on the leg there. The intentionality of hit by pitches in college is almost zero, right? So a batter gets hit, it is incredibly rare that it's on purpose. The interesting thing is, Joey Little hit a home run his first at bat. His second at bat, he was hit by a pitch. Ty Goleski, his second at bat, he hit a home run. His third at bat, just a moment ago, was hit by a pitch. And now they'll throw him out as the ball got away from the catcher, but not too far away. And Goleski was thrown out trying to make it to second on a wild pitch. So base is now empty. It's a major league game, and you see two guys that hit home runs, and their very next at bat they get hit by a pitch. You think something's going crazy, but that is not the case in college most of the time. I'd say probably 99% of the time. There's a breaking ball that broke right over the inside part of the plate. 1-1 the count. One pitch on the way. That one just did miss the outside corner. This one's hit out towards right field. Will the wind carry it? It's going back, but caught by the right fielder, Cluino. So second out here in the inning. And Cord Dobrinsky will step in. First pitch here is a ball low. Dobrinsky flied out to center field his first time. He's also walked in this game for the Greyhounds. Here's the 1-0. Swung through and missed. Looked like Cord maybe got a little bit fooled on that previous pitch. It was low and actually skipped away from the catcher, but I think he thought it was going to break back or something like that. He swung anyway. Couldn't hold up. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Oh, breaking ball that slipped, visibly slipped out of the hand of the pitcher and ended up behind the ear of Cord Dobrinsky. 2-1 the count. Pitch on the way. That one broke better for the pitcher Broadwell, but broke clear out of the strike zone. So 3-1 now the count on the batter Dobrinsky, looking for his first hit here in the game today. Broadwell with the 3-1 pitch. That one catches the zone. 3-2 now the count, with 2 outs and nobody on. Then he started with Ty Goluski getting hit by a pitch, but then he was thrown out trying to move to second on what would have been a wild pitch. It'll go down as a caught stealing. And now time called as pitching coach, it looks like, for the Red Devils coming out there. Kind of interesting if you're watching and you're not from Southeast Kansas. A couple of things. First of all, the high school team we cover most of the time, they're the Tigers, also Fort Scott. So I've slipped up once or twice already today in saying Tigers instead of Greyhounds. But also, Allen used to be Allen County Community College. They're in Iola. They have dropped the county moniker and just go by Allen Community College now. So that's a little rough. And then on top of that, there's Erie High School that is also the Red Devils. Same logo, same color scheme. So try to catch myself from saying the Erie Red Devils. I think I've said that a couple of times here today. This one's fouled off out of play by Dobrinsky as we're back in play now. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 5th. Fort Scott Greyhounds in a 5-5 tie with the Allen Red Devils. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung through and missed. So Broadwell, even though he gave up a base runner, does face the minimum here in the 5th after the Greyhounds got a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the inning. So we'll go to the 6th. It's still 5-5. Allen and Fort Scott tied here at Lions Stadium in Fort Scott. So as we head to the 6th inning, it'll be Garrett Rush leading things off for the Red Devils. First pitch to him. Looks like we got a pinch hitter actually for the Red Devils. This is Caleb Horsey, redshirt sophomore. And now he's down in the count 1-2 after a couple of foul balls. Tied at 5, top of the 6th. Game 1 of the doubleheader today. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Game 1 should be the 7-inning game, unless we have to play more than that. Here's the 2-2. Grounded left side, and that's going to get, oh, nice job to get a glove on it, but couldn't do anything with it after that. Owen Rush. And then his hat came off and blew almost all the way to the bag at second. So nice job by Shigematsu to field the grounder of the hat. Get it back to him. It'll go as an infield single there. For Caleb Horsey, first pitch here to Cale Clark is fouled back and out of play. Clark so far today, 2 for 2 officially. He's singled and doubled. He's also walked, so he's been on all 3 times. And now throw to first, runner back safely. I've seen a lot of pickoff moves since the starter Gavin Shear left the game. Runner goes, swung at the plate, throw down is not in time. So 0-2. Looked like maybe a hit and run was on there. Pitch did not look like it was going to be a strike, but it was swung on anyway. 0-2 the count on the batter. Here's the pitch, grounded right side. Going to be picked by the second baseman, Shigematsu. Gets it a first, relatively routine play. 1 out. The runner does move up to third. And now Armando Navarro will step in. He is 2 for 3. A pair of singles and a strikeout in this game. First pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. This is grounded right back up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit, and the Red Devils will take the lead. Small ball there to get the lead again for Allen here in game 1. First pitch to Mies Robers. Catches the outside corner. The Allen catcher today so far is 0 for 2 with a walk. Takes that pitch outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh, nearly got him. I think he thought that was going to be a breaking ball, and it just never did break. Nearly got him right up around the noggin. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch is outside, so 3-1 now. Count from Wyatt Foley. Came in to get the final out of the 4th inning, then went 1-2-3 in the 5th. But here in the 6th so far has given up a single, stolen base, and a run, and now here's a second strike, so that'll fill the count. Actually giving up a couple of hits here in the inning. 3 balls and 2 strikes, though, on the batter, Robers. Payoff pitch. Hit out towards center field. And a nice catch there by Slot will retire the batter. 2 outs here in the 6th. Looks like another pinch hitter for the Red Devils. This will be Anthony Talpa. First pitch to him is fouled back into the screen. Oh, 1 pitch is fouled back and out of play. Quickly, 0-2. On the pinch hitter for the DH, Anthony Talpa. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. That's outside. Runner at first, that's Navarro. One run already in the frame for the Red Devils as they lead it now 6-5. Grounder left side, and that'll get through for another base hit. The shortstop Parker Martin steps in. Left-handed batter, first pitch to him is fouled back into the screen. Oh, 1 pitch, a little high and outside. One pitch, that is outside as well. 2 balls and 1 strike. Foley checks the runners, now delivers. And just a little bit high again. 3 balls and 1 strike now. On Parker Martin, who has walked twice, scored 2 runs, and grounded out to second. And he'll walk here. And now time's going to be called by the Greyhounds, and Coach Hill will head out to the mound. Will we have another pitching change? We've seen 3 pitchers so far for the Greyhounds today here in Game 1. We'll be back here at Lions Field on the 20th for more Greyhound baseball. Got a limited schedule this spring. We'll be over at the softball field next Saturday as the Greyhound softball team will have a couple of home games as well. Looks like we're ready to go here. Here's the pitch. Fouled and high and out of play as the wind is really gusting now out of the southeast. So 0-1 the count on Logan Martin. Base is loaded. Still 2 outs. So as most every baseball coach will say, focus on the batter and get out of the inning without any more damage. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung through and missed. Strike number 2. One, 2 on the way. Hit right out. Oh, and it gets just over the top of the second baseman. Shigematsu jumped for that one. Couldn't quite bring it in, and 2 runs score for the Red Devils. And that will be it. Looks like for Foley. The new pitcher for the Greyhounds, number 31, Andrew Ryan. Andrew is a 6'2 lefty from Olathe, Kansas. Also a redshirt freshman for the Greyhounds. First pitch to Colton Ayers, misses. 7 appearances. Ryan has thrown 4 2/3 innings. He's given up 2 runs on 2 hits. Both of those runs were earned. He's also walked 7 and struck out 7, an ERA of 3.86. And he was hit by a pitch. So the bases are loaded again. And back to the top of the order, Kyle Clowinu, who will be the 9th man to hit in the inning for Allen. Takes a first pitch strike there. This one's grounded back up the middle, picked over to second for the force, and they got him. Fort Scott does get out of the inning, but 2 or 3 more runs score for the Red Devils. They take an 8-5 lead. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th in just a few moments. This is Fort Scott Greyhound baseball on Duckbait TV. Fair ball down the left field line, and this will be a double for Fort Scott. Trying to get some of those runs back. Shikamatsu will bat.